A man in Denver called Steve on your side, hoping we could help prove that he's not an inmate in a Colorado prison. You're right. For the last 3 years, the state has withheld some of his tax refund. They claim he's incarcerated.
This is crazy. He is not incarcerated, and each year he proves that to the state. Then they make that same mistake again. So 9 News consumer investigator Steve Stager dug in to try to get some answers for him.
We did. You know, there is a Mason Green in prison in Colorado, or in the prison system, I should say. But he has a different middle name, a different date of birth. And as you're about to see, they really do look nothing alike. The law-abiding Mason Green has spent hours trying to sort all of this out.
My name is Mason Tyler Green, born in '85.
We don't usually introduce you to someone like this on TV, but Mason Green's middle name and year of birth are important because they prove he's not who the Department of Revenue and the Department of Corrections think he is.
It's been 3 years now.
When Mason and his wife filed their 2022 taxes, they quickly got a letter back from DOR.
It was basically just saying that they were withholding some of the refund because either my wife or I were incarcerated with a Colorado facility for more than 180 days that year.
Colorado law says people incarcerated for at least 180 days aren't eligible for a TABOR refund. Problem is, Mason's never spent a day in jail or prison.
No. Nope.
But there is another Mason Green, Mason N. Green, a year younger, no relation, with a mugshot in the DOC's database. We're blurring it since this story isn't about his crimes, but suffice it to say he looks nothing like Mason T. Green. 2 years ago, Mason T. Green and his wife were told that they'd have to get a letter from DOC proving that Mason T. Green wasn't Mason N. Green. They did. They got their 2022 refund. But when they filed their 2023 taxes last year, they got the same denial.
I don't know how to make it more clear to them. Like, it's been shown that I'm not that guy.
This time he needed to get fingerprinted through CBI, get a letter from the Social Security Administration that proved he was who he said he was. A process that took a while. In fact, they finally got it all sorted out in March of this year.
We ended up getting our refund for 23. We got like a $800 TABOR check or whatever. And then we're like, awesome, this is case closed, we're solid, we're set. Filed very last week of March.
And wouldn't you know it,
April 1st, get a letter saying like, hey, you were incarcerated, what's going on? Like, and I'm just, are you kidding me? Like,
so he called Steve on your side. We reached out to DOR. They said they couldn't help because of taxpayer confidentiality, but they try to reach out to Mason and get things sorted out.
It's just continually like screwing me over, and nobody seems able to figure out how or why it's happening. And nobody has a clue how to fix it. And it's one of those things where it's like, I love this state, but like, do I have to move somewhere else so that like they don't think I'm one of their state inmates?
We certainly hope not. So follow me here. DOC today told me, actually late this afternoon, that they've removed Mason T. Green's information from Mason N. Green's record after Mason T. Green confirmed his identity with them, with the fingerprinting and all that stuff. It appears what happened is that the list of inmates for 2024's tax year had already been sent to the Department of Revenue before DOC finally purged Mason T. Green out of their system. So that's why his TABOR check just got rejected again. And now the Department of Revenue says he'll likely need to file a protest to get that money back. I'm Steve Stager, Steve on your side, 9 News.
You think he deserves a little extra for time,
Yes.
but, right? Nothing.
Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine the frustration of just having that happen year after
No.
year after year? And you get your refund several times, so you've gone to the step of proving that you're not that person, and then the state comes back and says, wait, we're not sure who you are.
They gaslight you. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you.